it's your girl Nachos. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I make my banners. Now, I did this video back in July along with showing you guys how I make my intros, outros, and thumbnails. But I decided to do an updated version on my banners. So I'm going to be making 3 banners today. The first one is going to be a basic banner. The second one is going to be a simple advanced banner. And the third one is going to be an advanced banner. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get started with this video. The first thing I'm going to do is go into Phonto. Then I'm going to click on this camera icon at the bottom, and you want to choose plain images. And then for the numbers, for the width, you want to make it 2,560. And for the height, you want to make it 423. And then I'm going to use and save it. Then I'm going to come over here to these 3 lines in the left corner, and then I'm going to click on add image. Then I'm going to scroll down to this folder that I have specifically because I have a lot of pictures on my device, and it'll take me a while to scroll through because I have like over 1,000 pictures on here. So I put everything that I'm going to be using in this folder. And the background that I chose for this was this pretty pink fur background. I just thought it was super girly and cute. And since pink is my favorite color, I decided to go ahead and use this. So now I'm going to click done. And then I'm going to size this up all the way so it can cover or overlay over this whole picture. Then once you have it centered where you like it, you want to save that. Then I'm going to go out and go back into Phonto. Click on that same camera icon, and then this time choose photo albums. And then I'm going to click on the recent picture that I just saved. Click done. And here is your background for your banner. So now I'm going to go ahead and click these 3 lines again and choose add image. Then I'm going to scroll down to my folder. And now I'm going to choose all of my pictures that I want on this banner. I sometimes use either full body pictures or selfies, but you can use whichever one that you like. So I'm going to go ahead and choose all of those images. So now I have all of my images selected. Now I'm going to type my YouTube name. I like to put my YouTube name in the center. That way my pictures will look aligned with my name and it really won't be like all over the place. So I like the font that this is in. And now I'm going to click on style and choose a color for my text. They have a lot of colors that you can choose from, but I'm going to choose pink. And then for my stroke, I'm going to choose black. Again, you can choose any color that you want, but I'm choosing black because it looks it looks better. And then I actually put my stroke size all the way on 15 so it can stand out more. Then I'm going to click on style and choose shadow, and it says alpha. I'm going to put this all the way up to 1 so it could stand out. Again, this is optional. You really don't have to do this, but I do this personally just to enhance it and make it look better and stand out. And then you can also choose whatever color you want it to be, but again, I'm choosing black because it looks better and it stands out more. And then I'm going to go to spacing and space it out so it won't be all jammed up. Again, this is optional as well, but I like to do it like this because it makes it look better. So now that I have my natural, I'm going to click on size and see if I want to make it bigger or smaller. I think I'm going to put it on 35 so it can stand out. And then I'm going to try to center it as best as I can without the pictures yet. And then now I'm just going to duplicate this and do the Nini part, because I kind of like for my stuff to be even and nice and neat. So I'm making these texts separate. And then I'm going to make this just a little bit smaller again so it can stand out. Well, I changed my mind. I'm going to make that a little bit bigger. So now I'm going to center this as well. And you want to make sure it looks right before you go start adding in your images, or that's just the way I do it personally. And then now I'm gonna go ahead and start adding in my pictures. I chose 6 pictures only because, or I chose 6 of my best looking pictures. And then I'm just going to put them all on the outside of my name or surrounding my name. So now that I have all of my pictures surrounding my name, I'm going to make a few tweaks to it just to make sure that it looks right before I add my subscribe button. So I actually like the way that it is set up. And now I'm going to go ahead and add in my subscribe button. Now I make all kind of different banners, and this one is a basic one where you don't do too much to it, but you still want to make it look cute. And then I'm going to size up the subscribe button so it can stand out, because these subscribe buttons can be small sometimes. And now I'm just adjusting it before I save it. And you want to make sure it's to your liking before you save it, because sometimes I have to go out and back in just to adjust some things, just to make sure it looks right, because you don't want your banner to look too crazy. So I think this is to my liking. So now I'm going to go ahead and click this box and arrow in the corner, and I'm going to save it. And then now I'm going to go into my photos and make sure that it looks right. And it does. This is to my liking. And that is how you make a basic banner. Now guys, I'm moving on to the simple advanced banner. So I'm back in Phonto once again, and this one is going to be a little bit more challenging because it's not going to be as simple and basic as the first one. So I'm going to click on the camera icon at the bottom again, and I'm going to choose plain images. And then I'm going to make the color white, because sometimes when you choose the white or the black, it doesn't look as real or as dark or bright as the white or black. So I'm going to choose white so it could be a little bit brighter. And then just like the basic banner, I'm going to put in the same numbers. And then now I'm going to use and save it, and I'm going to go over here to the same 3 lines in the left corner and click on add image. So this one I'm going to be using mostly selfies, well not mostly, but I'm going to be using all selfies in this banner. And so to make it look even, I'm going to choose square for the first picture, or really on all of the pictures, and you want to leave it at 1 because that's how it looks even on all 4 sides. Then I'm going to click done, and then I'm going to do the same to all the other pictures, because I have a total of 6 pictures just to fill it out and so it can look pretty. So guys, I chose all of my pictures and I put them into that same square so they could be even. And now I'm just going to place them all on the image. And I'm going to try to make them the same size so they can fit evenly. And hopefully there won't be any, how do I explain this? There won't be any like white parts showing behind the picture. So I want to make this at a very even size, but where it can still show the full selfie. I think I'm going to leave it at size 128. And now I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of the pictures on here. And I want them to be even and very close to each other so there won't be any white parts showing. So now I have all of my pictures on here. Now the challenging part is when you save it and then you go in your photos to see if there's any white showing. That is the challenging part because you want it to be perfect, and depending on how perfect you want it, it might take a lot of tweaking to do. So I just saved it to my photos and I'm gonna see if there's any white, and I already see some. So I do have to go back and make a few tweaks to it. I think it's only on 4 pictures, or really 3 pictures that I have to do the tweaking on. So now I'm gonna go back and fix those changes. And again, like I said, this can be very challenging because it is kind of hard and frustrating if there are any white pieces left showing, because you want to make sure that it's perfect. So now I'm going to go back and see if that helped. It's still some white showing, so I'm going to go back and tweak it a little bit more. And sometimes you might even have to make the pictures bigger just so it can be perfect. So now I'm gonna save it and go back and see how it is again. Okay, y'all, so I think this one might be perfect. So I think this one is going to work. I'm sliding through just to make sure there isn't any white showing. And I think, oh wait, nope, it's a problem over here, y'all. Okay, so let me go back and make that one little change, and then it should be perfect after that. Okay, so I think it is perfect now. I hope it is, because it is kind of challenging and frustrating, keep going back. So it is perfect now. So I'm going to go ahead and delete these other ones because I don't want to get confused. So I'm going to delete those. And then now I'm going to go back into Phonto. And then I'm going to choose a color background. I'm doing this because it kind of gives the background of your banner a little bit of color. And the current banner that I have, that I did like this, I made it pink. This one I might do as a different color, I really don't know. But then you're gonna go ahead and make the size the same. So I might make the color maybe purple or blue. You kind of want to make it a bright color, therefore when you overlay your banner on top of the picture, then it will kind of make it like a see-through effect and make it look kind of cool. So I'm trying to figure out if I should use blue or purple. I don't really know which color I should use. You know what? I'm gonna just go ahead and go with my guts, and I'm gonna use blue. So you're gonna use and save that, and then you're gonna go to the 3 lines over here, click add image, and then you have some technical difficulties going on, so just go back and redo it. And then I'm gonna click on that one that I saved. And then as you can see, it came out very, very small. So you're gonna size it up to the same size as the banner. And then once you play around with it and make sure that it's the same size as the one you just chose. And I don't think it is, so you might have to make it just a little bit smaller. And so now that is the size of the banner, I'm going to click on the picture and I'm going to choose alpha. And this is going to make it a little see-through. Now you can choose if you want it all the way or if you want it like this. But I'm going to make it see-through, and as you can see, the background is blue and it kind of adds this special effect to your banner. So I think I'm going to put this on, I think I'm gonna put this on 65. So we're gonna put this on 65 and then I'm gonna save it. Then I'm gonna go into my photos to see if it came out right. And normally when you do it like this, there really isn't any problems with it, so I think it will be fine. And as you guys can see, you have this blue-like effect on your banner, making it think that you actually put the blue over the banner when you actually put your pictures over the blue image. So now I'm gonna go back into Phonto, and I'm actually just gonna put my YouTube name on here. You can actually add whatever you want, like you can add your YouTube name, what you do on your channel, a subscribe button, your social medias, whatever you want to add. But personally, I'm just gonna add my YouTube name because most of you guys already know what I do on my channel. So I'm just gonna add my YouTube name. And then to make my YouTube name look a little similar to the banner itself with like the see-through effect, I'm gonna go to style and then click on this style and then click on blend. This will make it kind of blend in with the banner itself if you do like an overlay. But I really don't like the overlay one for this one. So I'm gonna kind of play around with it until I see what I like. Okay, so I think I like the soft light. And once you do that, I think you can go put the stroke on it. And then as you can see, once you remove it off of there, it's plain white. But then when you put it on here, it overlays with the picture, which I think is pretty cool. I don't know if I really like it like that. Let me see if I can change it, because I don't know if I really like it like that. Yes, this is the one. So if you wanted to have like an effect like this, choose darken, because this one makes it look pretty. And then I think I'm going to change the font to something a little bit more prettier or better looking than this one. Actually, you know what? I think I like this font right here. So now I'm going to size this up to see how big or small I want it. And then I think I'm going to leave it on 45 for the size. And then I think that is it. So now I'm going to save this. And then I'm going to go into my photos to see how it turned out. And as you can see, it turned out the way I like it. And that is how you make a simple advanced banner. now I'm going to be showing you guys how to make the advanced banner. So I'm in Phonto once again for the last time, and I'm going to click on plain images, and then I'm going to change the numbers to the same numbers as the other two, 2560 as the width, and then 423 as the height. So now I'm going to go over here to these three lines and click add image. And then I'm going to select this pretty pink glitter background that I've had for a while. And then just like the other banners, I'm going to size this up so it can fit over the entire picture. And then I'm going to save this. And then now I'm going to go back into Phonto. Then I'm going to select that picture that I just saved. And as you can see, it's the banner size. So now I'm going to go to these three lines over here again. And then this time I'm going to choose this Chanel background. And I found this one as landscape because banners are made landscape size. So I just found this one that was landscape. They do have one as well that's vertical. So I just found this like horizontal or landscape one only because it's easier to deal with. And so now I'm going to put this over this picture as well. But this time, I'm going to click on the picture and choose alpha and kind of create that see-through effect like I did on the last one. So then I'm going to move this to, I think I'm going to put this on 30. Because as you can see, it gives that see-through effect, that little see-through vibe or whatever. So now I'm going to save this. Then I'm going to go in my photos just to make sure it came out right before I do the next step. And I can see it already. It came out perfect. So now I'm going to go back into Phonto. Then I'm going to select that image I just saved. And now I'm going to do one more overlay before I start adding on the pictures and the subscribe button and all that good stuff. So I made this little picture of my YouTube name on here just to make it a little bit more creative and fun. So I'm going to overlay this on the picture as well. And if you guys want to know how to create this, all you really do is just go into Phonto, choose whatever background color you want, type your YouTube name, and then just duplicate it a bunch of times until the entire screen is filled. And then you save it. And then when I'm finna do here, the same thing I did with the Chanel wallpaper or background, I'm going to click on alpha. And then I'm also going to make this that see-through effect. Now this one I'm going to lower just a little bit more since I will be putting my YouTube name on this banner once all of this is done. I still want this to be seen, but not as much. So I'm going to leave this on 25. And then, well, let me move that just a little bit more. Okay, so now I'm going to leave this on 20. And then I'm going to save it, go into my photos, see if it came out right. And I can already see from here it came out right. So as you can see, you have the Chanel wallpaper that's in that see-through effect, and then also my YouTube name, Natural Nini, that is also in that see-through effect. So now I'm gonna go back into Phonto, and now I'm gonna put my pictures and my subscribe button on here. So I'm gonna go back and choose that photo that I just saved. And you can use like whatever wallpaper you want. You don't necessarily have to use Chanel. Like you could use Gucci or Louis Vuitton or whatever other like designer name brand background, whatever you want. I just chose Chanel because it sounds more girly and feminine. But now I'm gonna go ahead and add my selfies or my pictures. Okay, so now I have all of my pictures, and I went ahead and just brought my subscribe button out. So when I get done with my pictures, all I have to do is just put the subscribe button on there. So with this one, I'm actually going to type my YouTube name first so I can put my selfies around it. So I like the font that this is in, and I'm gonna go ahead and put my stroke on it. I might leave the text color in white only so it can stand out. And then I added that shadow background to make it look better and neat. And then now I'm gonna space it out. Again, this is optional, you don't have to space it out, but I just do because it makes it look better and not all jammed up. So now I'm going to make the text size a little bit smaller. So now I can go ahead and start adding my selfies around my name. So now, as you guys can see, I placed all of my pictures on here. And when you do an advanced banner, if you put selfies on here, personally, I enlarge them just to make it look better so the selfies can stand out. So now I'm just going to go ahead and add my subscribe button. And now I'm just adjusting and making some tweaks before I save it, because you want to make sure it's to your liking so you won't have to go back and forth in and out of the app just to change and fix up some things. So I'm making sure everything is to my liking before I save it. And I think it is. So now I'm going to go ahead and save it. And I'm going to go into my photos to see how it turned out. And it turned out perfect. So this is definitely to my liking. So this is how you make an advanced banner with the different backgrounds, like with the Chanel background and your YouTube name background or whatever you want for it. So that is how you make an advanced banner. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I really hope that this video was helpful. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and share my channel, and help me reach my goal of 1,100 subscribers. Also, if you guys want to see how I make my intros and outros, comment down below, because I have changed them up a little bit. I make them differently now. So if you guys want to see how I make those, make sure you comment down below. But thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!